Shravanam Diaries podcast.
Hare Krishna, we're continuing to read Bhagavad Gita as it is, the book by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, chapter 16, The Divine and Demoniac Natures, text 8. Asatyam pratishtam te jagadahuranishvaram aparasparasambhutam kimanyat kamahaitukam. They say that this world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Purport. The demonic conclude that the world is phantasmagoria. There is no cause and effect, no controller, no purpose. Everything is unreal. They say that this cosmic manifestation arises due to chance, material actions and reactions. They do not think that the world was created by God for a certain purpose. They have their own theory that the world has come about in its own way and that there is no difference between spirit and matter, and they do not accept the Supreme Spirit. Everything is matter only, and the whole cosmos is supposed to be a mass of ignorance. According to them, everything is void, and whatever manifestation exists is due to our ignorance in perception. They take it for granted that all manifestation of diversity is a display of ignorance. Just as in a dream we may create so many things which actually have no existence, so when we are awake, we shall see that everything is simply a dream. But factually, although the demons say that life is a dream, they're very expert in enjoying this dream. And so instead of acquiring knowledge, they become more and more implicated in their dreamland. They conclude that as a child is simply the result of sexual intercourse between man and woman. This world is born without any soul. As many living creatures come out from perspiration and from a dead body without any cause, the whole living world has come out of the material combinations of the cosmic manifestation. Therefore, material nature is the cause of this manifestation, and there is no other cause. They do not believe in the words of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sachara charam. Under my direction, the whole material world is moving. Unquote. In other words, among the demons, there is no perfect knowledge of the creation of the world. Every one of them has some particular theory of his own. According to them, one interpretation of the scriptures is as good as another, for they do not believe in a standard understanding of the scriptural injunctions. Yes, this sounds very common, isn't it? Meaning familiar for all of us, this kind of mentality. Text 9. Etam drishtim avashtabhya nashtat manolpa budhaya prabhavantyugra karmana kshayaya jagato hita. Following such conclusions, the demoniac, who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works, meant to destroy the world. Purport. The demoniac are engaged in activities that will lead the world to destruction. The Lord states here that they are less intelligent. The materialists who have no concept of God think that they're advancing. But according to Bhagavad Gita, they are unintelligent and devoid of all sense. They try to enjoy this material world to the utmost limit, and therefore they always engage in inventing something for sense gratification. Such materialistic inventions are considered to be advancement of human civilization, but the result is that people grow more and more violent and more cruel to animals and cruel to other human beings. They have no idea how to behave toward one another. Animal killing is very prominent amongst demoniac people. Such people are considered the enemies of the world because ultimately they will invent or create something which will bring destruction to all. Indirectly, this verse anticipates the invention of nuclear weapons, of which the whole world is today very proud. At any moment, war may take place, and these atomic weapons may create havoc. Such things are created solely for the destruction of the world. This is indicated here. Due to godlessness, such weapons are invented in human society. They are not meant for the peace and prosperity of the world. Modern warfare in many ways is very much demoniac. Because if you study, like, say, how in Vedic times Kshatriyas, who were supposed to be the kings and who would protect, even if they would have a war, it would not be like in the cities where people live. It would be somewhere outside, somewhere in the field where they can deal with each other, just between army against army, so that the citizens will be intact, so that the winner will actually have something to rule afterwards. But these days it's just Text 10. Kamam ashritya dushpuram dambamana madanvitaha mohad grihitva sadgrahan pravartante shuchivrata. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. Purport. The demoniac mentality is described here. The demons have no satiation for their lust. They will go on increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment. Although they are full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things, they still continue to engage in such activities out of illusion. They have no knowledge and cannot tell that they're heading the wrong way. Accepting non-permanent things, such demoniac create their own god, create their own hymns, and chant accordingly. The result is that they become more and more attracted to two things: sex enjoyment and accumulation of material wealth. The word ashuchivrata. unclean vows is very significant in this connection. Such demoniac people are only attracted by wine, women, gambling, and meat eating. Those are their ashuchi, unclean habits. Induced by pride and false prestige, they create some principles of religion which are not approved by the Vedic injunctions. Although such demoniac people are most abominable in the world, by artificial means, the world creates a false honor for them. Although they are gliding toward hell, they consider themselves very much advanced. False honor. For example, awards, right? Can create award for each other, honor each other in this way. But yeah, one thing, just before this I mentioned about war, because nuclear weapons, Prabhupada speaks about nuclear weapons, and usually nuclear weapons, the way they've been used in the past is against peaceful citizens, women, children, senior, like old people, and it's considered completely sinful and demoniac to actually ever attack them. But in modern warfare it's considered fine, because I don't want to use this word too much, but it's demoniac. And here we hear unclean vows, non-permanent things, creating your own Vedic injunction, maybe not you creating your own injunctions which are not according to Vedic injunctions, induced by pride, false prestige, false honor, all of these things. Very much prevalent these days. Okay, next is more, so let's digest what we read today.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. The book links, previous episodes timeline, and biography of the author can be found on shravanamdiaries.com. The link is in the description, and we shall see you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.